Good morning, everyone. Today we are discussing about the ways to improve the simple vector space model search engine. The search engine currently has been created using TF-IDF vectorial representation of documents and query vectors, where the cosine similarity between the document and the query vectors were used to find the ranking results. We first begin by highlighting the limitations of the current search engine. The first problem that the search engine does not address is the problem of synonymy, or rightly said as vocabulary mismatch. So, if I had a query saying recipes of flapjack, it should also be able to understand that I am asking recipes of pancake. The second problem is it does not identify the problem of polysemy. For example, the word bank has different meanings. It can mean having trust on someone. For example, I bank on you. It can be a financial institution, or it can also be the land alongside a river. A system which does not solve the problem of polysemy suffers from the problem of precision, and the system which does not solve the problem of synonymy suffers from the problem of recall. The third limitation of the current search engine is that it assumes that the words are statistically independent of each other, and so it ignores the co-occurrence relation between the terms in similar documents. The fourth limitation is that the meta characteristics like title of the document was not used by the current search engine in the TF-IDF computation. Many a times it is observed that the likelihood of a user clicking on a document most likely depends upon the relevance of the title to the query. The fifth problem is that it ignores word order. So, for example, I had a query called sky blue. It shows the results where the color sky blue is talked about and why is the sky blue. And if I had a query called blue sky, then it shows results related to the images of blue sky, videos of blue sky, and a company named Blue Sky. So, what we can understand from this is that just by changing the word order, the retrieval results change. This is not handled by the current search engine. The next problem which the current search engine does not address is that it does not rectify the spelling errors, which negatively impacts the relevance results. Over to you, Naveen.
To solve some of the above mentioned problems, we can use latent semantic analysis. Here we will take the TF-IDF matrix and then we do singular value decomposition to obtain the matrices U sigma and V transpose. The V represents the vector representation for the documents, and using U and sigma, we can even convert a new query into the vector representation using this LSA model. Next slide, please. The advantage of using LSA is here using dual mode vector analysis, we can even compare terms with documents. And also polysemy is addressed here partially because each word will be represented using only a single point in the latent semantic space. If the word has multiple meanings, the vector will be a weighted average of all those meanings. Whereas if the average vector is not close to any of the individual meanings, it would be a distortion of the vector. So that is how a polysemy is addressed, but it is addressed only partially. Coming to synonymy, by reducing the value of k in the LSA, we can increase the recall, thereby addressing this synonymy problem. And even word order can also be addressed. The co-occurrence problem and word order can be addressed using the n-gram approach. We simply add bigrams and trigrams to our model to consider the word order also. And using LSA, we can significantly reduce the storage requirements because we will return only the top k eigenvectors after singular value decomposition. Coming to the limitations of this method, Boolean logic like statements are not interpreted correctly because, for example, let's say the query is best papers that does not have physics. Even though the query means that we need all the papers which does not have physics and that are best, our search engine cannot recognize such kind of Boolean statements. And coming to adding new documents, so if we add new documents, we need to recompute the using matrices again. So this will take some time. Aru?
The next solution which we thought of is best match 25, where 25 is derived from the 25th iteration of tweaking the relevance computation. Retrieval functions like BM25 were designed to improve the probabilistic model by relaxing the assumptions made by them. It is developed in the context of Okapi information retrieval system, and hence the name Okapi BM25. In the absence of relevance information, which is usually the ideal scenario, IDF of T in BM25 reduces to IDF of T in the traditional TF-IDF computation, as you can see over here. This has been derived in the report. The problem with traditional TF-IDF is that it rewards term frequencies and penalizes document frequency. The goal of BM25 is to be sensitive to term frequency and document length while not adding too many parameters. The relationship between term frequency and relevance is governed by the latent property between the document term pair called eliteness. Eliteness describes the aboutness of a document with respect to its terms. The effect of eliteness is present in the formula used to calculate the local weights. The probabilities with respect to eliteness were approximated using a parametric curve, which is the crude form of k1 plus 1 tf divided by k1 into 1 minus b into dl by avdl into tf. The lower values of k1 implies that the contribution made by the increments in term frequencies score will reach a maximum value very quickly, and this is what is demonstrated in the graph. The reason why documents appear in varying lengths is partially explained by both verbosity and scope hypothesis, where a verbosity hypothesis states that two authors might explain the same concept using varying number of lines, and scope hypothesis says that two or more concepts may be used in a document, and hence the document was necessarily lengthy. To accommodate both these contrasting hypotheses, the term 1 minus b plus b into document length by average document length was used, where b is a non-negative tuning parameter that scales the document length. The details of how this entire formula was derived is present in our report, and the report is present in our GitHub repository. It was experimentally found that the values of b should be favorably 0.75 and k1 lies between 1.2 to 2. The advantages of using BM25 is that it is computationally efficient over other methods like latent semantic analysis, where it was computationally expensive to compute the matrices. A second advantage is that it penalizes the term frequency in documents. The disadvantages are as follows. There were no guidelines to set the hyperparameters, so methodologies like grid search or random search would have to be used to find the right configuration of hyperparameters. The second disadvantage is that it penalized very long documents. However, in our Cranfield dataset, the length of the documents was not very long, and hence this problem was not tackled by us.
Coming to the problem of word order, we can solve this problem using the n-gram approach, where we can also include bigrams or trigrams into our model to represent word order. And then query expansion can also be done along with LSA. And to perform query expansion, we need a word similarity matrix, which gives the similarity between any two in our vocabulary. And to calculate that similarity, we can even use the LSA-based unigram model, through which we can get the vector representation for all the terms, and we can populate the word similarity matrix. With this word similarity matrix, we can expand any query.
Then we observed that giving twice the weightage to the terms in the title of the document improved the performance of the IRS. We also experimented giving thrice or 4 times the weightage, but we found that with twice we were getting somewhat similar performance results. So we stuck to giving twice the weightage for the terms. We also implemented a simplified version of the spell correction program based on noisy channel model by Mark D. Cunningham. The simplified version is inspired from Peter Norvig's blog post. According to his test results, there was only 68% accuracy on the test set. So this simplified spell check is not much preferable in the real world scenario. This brings us to the final information retrieval system architecture, where we first pre-process the documents in the corpus. Then we build the TF-IDF matrix, we compute the LSA with bigram approach, we convert the documents into their vectorial representations in the latent semantic space. We also perform pre-processing over the query and perform a spell check on the query. Then we expand the query using the word similarity matrix using LSA unigram model. We then bring the query vectors in the latent semantic space and compute the cosine similarity score between the query vector and the document vectors. We also compute the BM25 score between the document vector and the query vectors. We then scale the BM25 score and the cosine similarity score so that they lie in the range of 0 to 1. And we perform a convex combination between the BM25 score and the cosine similarity scores to output the top k relevant results.
You can see the results of the proposed models on the Cranfield dataset, and we have calculated the NDCG score at various values of k. And you can see all the models that we have made. We used LSA, TF-IDF, LSA with query expansion, BM25, and the convex combination of BM25 and LSA. Considering the NDCG score, BM25 outperformed all other models experimentally. And in case of mean precision, the convex combination of BM25 and LSA is the best model. Next slide, please. And considering other metrics also, in case of mean recall, BM25 is the best model, but even our model is also close to BM25. And in case of mean F score, again, BM25 is better than all other models, and all these are experimental results only. Next slide, please. So to test this statistically using hypothesis testing, we have used the hypothesis test to compare two means with unknown variance. And our null hypothesis is that the new method's mean metric scores are not better than the old method's mean metric scores. And the alternate hypothesis is that our new method's metric scores are better compared to our old method's metric scores. And as you can see, this is the test statistic that we should use to perform this hypothesis testing. And we did all this test at k equal to 3, which means we will only consider top 3 results while performing these tests. And we have taken 20 samples of the queries, and each sample contains 10 queries. And these are the metrics that we have used. From the hypothesis testing that we have done, it is evident that BM25 and LSS convex combination outperforms all other methods, even though experimentally BM25 is promising. And you can find the statistical hypothesis testing results in our GitHub repository. And coming to how we took the convex combination of BM25 and LSA, we, instead of doing it in an ad hoc way, we have first individually used LSA and BM25 model, and we obtained the NDCG score at k equal to 3 for both of these models. And using this formula A by A plus B, we are giving more weightage to the model which is having higher NDCG score. So experimentally, we have obtained these two values. Here, it shows that more weightage is actually given to BM25 than to LSA.
From our hypothesis, we were statistically able to prove that latent semantic representations complement matching with the bag of words representation, where the former is an inexact form of matching and the latter is an exact form of matching. This also goes by the idea of ensemble methods, where a combination of multiple models produce more accurate results than a single model. To further improve the retrieval results, we can explore the possibility of using various neural models for information retrieval. These are some of the references that we have used in making up this presentation.
Now, we would like to demonstrate how the search engine works. We have attached two notebooks in our GitHub repository. One notebook contains the custom query search engine. The other notebook is to show you how all these experiments are done, even including hypothesis statistical testing and the graphs that we have obtained, which we showed in our presentation. So this notebook contains all the evaluation results, the NLP final book. And this notebook, through this notebook, we will demonstrate how custom query search engine works using the models that we have proposed. So in this search box, you can give your query, let's say best papers on chemistry, and you can choose whatever model that you like. And we recommend using BM25 and LSI model, as we have proven statistically this is better. And you can even choose the K value. I am setting it to 3. And then if you click on the search, uh, you will get all the relevant documents for your search.
The details of the current search engine and the improvised search engine can be found in the GitHub repository, whose link is provided in the description box below. Thank you all for your patient hearing.